they're going to rely on it's overgrowth in arena, and then it's the fact that when they get onto the hero, that hero probably will be dead from the double jump, right? Of course, cold embrace. I think for Boom, it's mainly Riki needs to have like nice laning phase, and every item puts the team in a forward position of looking for that fight, looking for the kind of take that kind of engagement. Because if they don't, then OG can get tanky really quickly. Quick BKBs, you brush off that diffusal from Riki, you just kind of run through Boom. So it's a really fun pick for sure.
I have to say something. I can't let this sit for Amar. I could not recognize which one of these players was Amar because I'm so used to seeing the worst camera angle possible.
That is true.
Of him.
Yep.
He just, it's like,
no, it's not camera angle. It's just there's no light bulb in the room.
Well, he's got no light bulb, and he puts the camera on his chin. Like, he puts it on
He has a GoPro.
Yes,
it is a GoPro, but not from the head. It's wrapping around from the chin.
You understand that this is the major, right? And all the other regions watching that aren't from Western Europe, like, what are you on about? What's wrong with Amar?
I'm just saying, Amar, I'm not used to seeing him look like that.
I will say that if you want to take a flattering picture of yourself or have a flattering image, normally you should go for a little bit of a top down, like a little bit from an upside angle down, rather than pointing at your neck. So hereby tip.
Yeah, Amar.
It is the lighting. Okay,
the lighting is horrible too. Yeah.
Every time OG was playing in an earlier slot, it was fine because there was sunlight. All right, we got the overall last pick for BZM. It will be the mid Sand King with the Uragi Kunkka. How is a Sand King against a Templar Assassin mid? Because it seems like we're going to get that.
It's a weird matchup where I've seen sometimes TA dominate the lane because Sand King isn't able to get like the caustic hits early on and get
such low armor.
Yeah, but then I've also seen it. Yeah, so I think I prefer TA naturally in this matchup. I think OG picked the Sand King just for the overall game plan. He will free farm mid lane. He'll get the blink timing. He'll be able to just initiate. Again, we mentioned at the start of the show, it is a 3 scaling kind of tri-core from OG, whilst Boom on the other hand, you're going to have kind of the Mars being a little more sacrificial here. But yeah, I actually prefer Boom's lineup because I think we've not seen Riki in a long time, and if you have the vision from the tree with the shard already pre-scouting out, finding kind of the necessary information, it'd be cool.
You know who wins this mid? The person who puts the sentry down and then deletes the other one. That's who wins this mid.
Next level it, get yourself 2 sentries. No?
You just 6 sentry it. Just go a bunch of sentries. Because legit, every single time I see a Sand King like lose a sentry, lose a sentry battle, he loses the lane. Wins the lane if he wins a sentry battle. That's it.
Tree versus minimal tower damage. Maybe
he's not really like that anymore.
Well, we're gonna find out how much tower protection will Skem do on his Stream Protector and how many sentries will be used in the middle lane. We're gonna find out together with OD Pixel on phone.
Thank you very much, team. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boom versus G. Seeing the drafts, we've got a Riki. To see how well Boom's going to be able to bring Riki, a hero we're not seeing a whole lot of, to the major here in this appearance. What do you reckon about it, Fog? Do you see some potential?
I mean, I feel like we have 3 heroes in this matchup that we're not used to seeing too much, right? We've got a Nyx, we've got a Wyvern, and we got a Riki, so a bit of a change up for sure coming out. I know Nyx, I think we already saw today. Obviously, the reason why they pick is versus the Coddle, but yeah, the Riki. Bit of a cool one versus, like, I guess, like, they wanted something for backline jump, like the panel was mentioning, and then something to not really worry, like, linked. Razor's never really going to go to Link or Riki too often. And yeah, we'll see. It's definitely different, but it's another hero that also synergizes well with Coddle. Now, they have a couple, I mean, I feel like every hero kind of does, but, you know, your TA, your Riki, pretty good chakra targets as well.
Absolutely. And a hero that has a pretty good shard, right? That shard could be quite annoying.
Yes. Extremely obnoxious. Yeah, that's a very good point. But yeah, we'll have to see. It's a tri-core that OG's gone for scaling. But I wouldn't say that Boom doesn't scale. They scale extremely hard. I think their late game is also pretty crazy. They also have great ways to defend and fight around towers, good ways to take Roche. So yeah, this should be a pretty crazy game.
Very much looking forward to see what sort of battles we get between these 2 squads. And, you know, sort of with that decision as well, you know, BZM take the Sand King to the mid lane. What do you sort of make of that matchup in the mid? How does that go?
It's a sentry battle, but yeah. I would probably give a slight edge to TA just because that armor. Even though you're playing in mid lane around your tower as Sand King and you've got Sandstorm and all that to farm, I think TA just does a little bit better. But they're both just going to farm. They're both going to hit jungle. They're both going to hit Ancients. And the timing for the Sand King, I think, will still be fine for this Blink Dagger. Yeah, we will see it. Let's see how it all goes. Let's see how Seb does. Good old Seb on the Wyvern. Used to play it in the offlane in the past, even with OG. They always like to have some type of combos with it, and that's, for me also, that's one of the more important things about Wyvern. It's not just about being able to, you know, in this game, fly out of arena, heal your teammates or anything. It's the setup for follow-ups. Either a Link from the Razor, follow Epi Burrow from Sand etc., Kunkka, Nyx. They have a lot of different ways to set up.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sort of looking at the drafts overall. I guess it's ended up a game where the cold embraces could be rather annoying for a lot of Boom's heroes when they try and go on under target. A lot of physical from Boom.
Absolutely. Could also maybe cause the setup for the Mars in some situations, but for the most part, yeah, it looks like it's going to be really strong. Because the only real stun on the side of Boom is FBZ on the Mars. They are quite lacking on it as Spear connects.
Good stun. Good damage here on the Seb. There's one of those beautiful combos here in the lane. Cold Mars. Can have a lot of fun top there. Two of them, Tim's.
No.
FBZ's been a monster on his Mars too. For the last few months, he's just been dominating most games that he does play it.
Absolutely. You know, on a hero that we're seeing very much a lot of teams touching. This is a very popular hero on the offlane. Indeed, FBZ definitely standing towards the top of the offlaners right now.
He didn't get nerfed. Almost all the other ones did get touched in some type of way. Mars did not get changed almost at all. Taiga stepped up far. Scam, he'll get Leech Seed, but Luke will push away the Riki.
Jackie having to back off, but yeah, Scam still punching hard. It's the two of them. She top Seb. Bullied back pretty nicely by Tims, and is out of regen himself, Seb, only bringing a lot of mana to the lane. So he'll have to sit back. Bottom. I'm going to try for the jump on Tiger, but stuns at the ready. Odds back the two of them, but Boom achieving that push back on OG, making sure that Jackie has the space to hit the creeps.
For the temple.
Even though it's a Razor down there, I don't think he's going to be able to slow down the Riki's farm very well at all. Treant is just one of those heroes that just always guarantees farm, it feels like, for whatever core you have. So much pressure, he always offsets everything with Leech Seed. If you go for if you have a melee, if you can actually play around that Leech Seed, it's really strong. As he is.
Denied.
Looks like BZM did win the Sentry Ward for the time being in the mid lane, but TA still coming out ahead because you can get a bit more denies and whatnot. So Yopaj definitely comfortable in this matchup. We are seeing BZM stack up his small camp, so he'll catch right back up right afterwards, actually, already triple stack.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a scenario where both mids are they're gonna get their farm.
Yeah, kind of as we expected. Both of them can farm Ancients as well. So, and boom, look at that.
And in terms of the timings, I'd imagine there's going to be this period of the game if both BZM and Yopaj are hitting those times with their first few items. We'll see BZM get a bit more involved before Yopaj is ready to do so himself. It'll take him a bit more time as the TA.
Yeah, it's going to come from different sides. Like on the side of Boom, I think the aggression is going to come more from, you know, Jackie, and they're just going to play with the Mars and stuff, and he can get involved with the rest of his other two supports, but could be a bit difficult for them to make aggressive plays on Boom unless the Mars is turning up. Like I said, they only have one type of stun until they have their ultimates online from the tree in particular.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nobody really suffering too much in these lanes. I feel like, you know, even though it's less than 1k in it, overall, as you pointed to earlier, Boom, I think they will very much be happy that bottom lane, Razor, is just not proving to be a huge issue for the Riki.
Yeah.
Jackie's keeping ahead in CS. They're playing it very nice. I think a lot of it down to sort of the bullying by Scam. Scam doing a great job of getting in the faces of Tiger and Amar, making sure that they don't have the opportunity to really focus Jackie.
I think it's just a pick too. I think it's like the Riki versus that Razor lane. He's able to just jump out every single time, in and out, pretty easily. And you have just much easier ways of last hitting in comparison versus like a Razor. That last pick is really quite interesting, especially for that lane matchup. Rush the boots as well with Blightstone.
Yeah, very unlikely that we see this Riki go down in this laning stage. At least not until we have some sort of rotation from OG. Maybe BZM looks to make his first move down there.
Yeah, steal this. Looks like it.
He can, yeah. 3 points of refraction. He's got good damage.
They'll see it start getting worked on, but I don't know if they can even move in time. Great word from Tims. He literally just walked into playset about 30 seconds ago or so.
Yeah, that's a really nice boost to Yopaj in this early game. Taking that completely away from OG.
Doing Seb. He could just die here.
I mean, Tims is going to have to blast. But another trap slow set up. Seb.
He'll be okay.
He's out of there. A good boost to Yopaj's farm allows him to close that gap on BZM now. Pretty much both dead even on these mid laners. So they're really pushing to the limits the farm they can get out of this early stage.
Are fortified.
Denies him the whole stack too, which is huge. Oh, he's gonna be really nice. Yeah, great move. And all because of that word. Gotta love your supports.
See?
Does get the rune.
Yeah, it's very, very close to being denied there by Tims. BZM, how to get that grab. Top lane, FBZ, about a creep wave away from hitting the 6.
Quiet lane up top. Just both farming versus each other. I did see them, but they were battling over the poles and whatnot. Tims and Clicky end up winning that after some time. Now, surrounding toward mid.
I want to try and make a move here with BZM. Especially off the back of this arcane. It'd be a great time for them to find that jump, but Tims, he's playing it safe, making sure that he doesn't get caught within range of the burrow strike. They'll look to take away some of the stacks in return from Boom. See what Boom want to do about this. And stepping up, Yopaj aggressively going in onto Tiger.
They have to run. FBZ was running over. They can't contest once the TA and the Mars are there. They will take, I think they got most of them. I think the Blast got 1 or 2 maybe of the smaller creeps, but similar plays from both sides. 0-0 on.
That's pretty correct. 7 minutes in. Very passive start when it comes to kills. I mean, we haven't really seen either side getting anyone close to dying.
Good link there from Amar. Do see a ward now placed. Gets taken out instantly from Schem. Limited vision right now for the side of OG. Did they lose both of their obs? Someone must be holding one of them. I didn't see where the other one was, but
yeah, they put one.
I saw they lost that
one. Put one down in the camp. That one got taken out quickly.
Yeah, so they'll have a little bit of lacked information now for these next few moments without any wards. But there's farming. Yuragi. Pretty much armlet done already. Giving lane to Seb while Yuragi jungles with that armlet. Amar continuing to try to pressure bottom, try to slow down Jackie, but he does have to be a little careful. Yeah, just super passive game. Both teams just very content with farming, setting up for runes. And Invis, BCM also. Close.
Yeah, Boomer making it very hard for OG to set up any sort of moves around this mid. Let's have a look if they can step up the action now. The Blink Dagger. It's done on BZM. See bottom. TP is going to be held off on Tiger. Realizing that Amar no longer needs the backup. Well, I say Amar's still quite low. Boom. If they seize an opportunity to jump in.
I think they're baiting. I think Amar wants to bait.
Okay.
BZM goes. He's got 10 stick charge.
He is baiting. Indeed, Jackie, he'll respect the fact that the stick charges are there. Try and escape from this one. It's going to be okay. And that's the ult coming out from Amar.
I think Schem just scouted BZM too, so they should be aware of that Blink Dagger now. A little bit of wasted time there for OG. 2K lead now, Boom. Able to farm these Ancients on Yopaj. He's going Blink as well, too, so it looks like he's trying to get... I think it's better because he has the Riki. I think he wants to get more involved, and there's some very squishy heroes on the side of OG's if he's able to get into backline.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Boom, when you consider their cores, once FBZ's ready to walk in, drop an arena, if you have this TA and Riki blinking in, they're just going to be deleting heroes at this portion of the game. And OG... they've got to be quick with the reactions, and Seb, he's got to be good on the saves.
Yeah, even BZM, if he gets caught, he's dead. Like, he's not that tanky of a Sand King. We'll find the catch on the scan. First blood with the epicenter at 9.5 minutes.
Finally able to break the peace and quiet that we've had. That's not necessarily the biggest of kills. The fact that it's a first blood, making it that a little bit financially sweeter.
They will refill the bottle too. Amar does come back down for BZM. No epi now for about 90 seconds or so, so maybe they feel that they can make their own move, because that is a significant chunk of the early damage that OG has if Yuragi isn't there.
There we go. Fight time here.
Oh,
Boom.
Haste Rune. Hey, he just gave it to him. Oh, Yopaj was a bit slow on that.
I could have maybe gone quicker with the blink, but indeed, Yuragi He steps in, takes it before Boom's able to have any sort of say about that one. So they'll miss out on the opportunity to go for a kill.
Must have been like looking somewhere else for a second, and then as soon as he saw it, he said, oh god! So Uragi a bit lucky to get away with that one there. Top Seb. He might not be so lucky.
He's going to go straight for the TP out. And of course, Yopaj, he'll have something to say about that one. Jumps in, takes him down. Back over onto the mid teams, does fall. I think not. So they get something in return. Both Tiger and Amar, they're starting to step up the pressure on this bottom lane, but still very tricky for these two heroes to kill Jackie.
And difficult for them to really ever pressure towers. I know that's something that T mentioned toward the end of the panel there. Also something I always feel like we've been mentioning a lot now with the Treant Protector. Just pressuring early is very complicated. Taking towers early can get pretty difficult if you don't have natural push. We already see mid tower. It was down to half HP. It's already getting healed up from the Trey. So Boom looking to play more of that farming style, but yeah, it should work because of this trade for now.
Yeah, I think they're going to be feeling pretty good with the slowed down pace of this early game.
Same time though, I don't think OG's too fussed about just sitting back and farming either.
Okay.
Because they've got these huge team fight combos, but they are playing versus a lineup that I would think scales a little bit harder. Booms does look pretty good. That's progressive.
I think yeah, Riki and TA becomes some absolute beats down the line. They're going to jump in onto Amar. Also able to take out his courier there, I think, with a straight side blade.
You died on the temple.
Almost a blink on FBZ now too, so yeah, could definitely see Boom just continue to look to set up kills all over around OG. OG, only way to make plays really is with BZM. I was thinking the only player to make plays for Boom was going to be with FBZ, but they've been, because of Yopaj going for Blink Dagger, it opens up a bit more of the game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
See, BZM again able to take away some of their farm. He's going to go for the TP out, and nothing to stop it. So getting himself very close to having the boots to travel on top of the blink.
They know he did TP out though, so Yopaj looking to get a bit aggressive onto Taiga. They don't have too much time
to fully commit with the threat of the spike carapace, maybe turning things around.
Jackie top, now going for Seb. Might just finish him off.
Oh, they've got him. They've got him. And these kills, this extra bit of money for Jackie to be picking up in these early stages, speeding up that diffusal blade timing. It's going to be coming pretty soon. This is going to be a solid first time timing here on the Riki.
And it'll be painful. They'll make the Sand King's life a lot more miserable. Some small changes to the Sand King, his mana costs have gotten buffed. Like, every little thing matters. And he is fairly squishy versus a Riki who's going to have that out so early. Taiga. Ooh.
Boom doing a solid job of keeping their half of the map very hard for OG to make moves into.
It's another ward taken. Look at OG. Like, OG has no vision, really. Their information is gone. Boom has perfect wards up, everything covered. Having a bit of a better early game, and with FBZ with Blink now, they should overall have better team fight. It's easier to set up of the team fights.
Fades away.
Yopaj. Dragonlart's done onto the BKB. It's immediately ready to go for another move. The four of them, absolute killers. If FBC catches anyone, there's potential turnaround with the team fight that OG can bring. It's just a question of whether OG is going to be ready and actually grouped up to respond to these invasive moves here from Boom.
They're going to go on BCM right away. Spear, it looks a little awkward, but it'll still connect even though the Pearl goes out.
He's still alive. Golden Brace will buy him some time. It looks like they'll be enough to allow them to step back. They'll turn with the Winter's Curse, locking down. Two support into the boat combo. Tim's able to force out the sides. Again, pops the Fairy Fire. Try and run. He will get taken out. Jump over from BZM, also able to catch Tim's there on his attempt to retreat. They did lose Amar. And a 1-for-2 there. OG able to fight back, but the fight, it's not over yet. Jackie sees an opportunity to jump straight back in onto Tiger. They'll end it 2-for-2. OG being the team that loses the core out of it.
Can't believe the Sand King survives. Almost way worse for OG than this one. Still probably Boom winning that engagement because of them getting the cleanup kills on Jackie with his defusal.
And they're bumping that lead up a little bit more. 3K lead now for Boom.
And right back to mid. BZM still in the area though. Level 2 Epi online, and he is continuing to slow down the attempts of the push. Taiga will refill bottle, but now Boom. Looks like they're trying to ramp up pressure even more.
I mean, they could just keep going. OG, they are smoked, and ready to look for a fight themselves. So who's going to make the jump? BZM. Thinking about going in with the FP. He's going to go straight for the burrow strike, but leading on to FPZ. Jackie watching the fight to the side. Smoke clouds down. The epicenter already built up, so BZM will be able to stay on top of FPZ and bring him down. Can't see if he can chase on for more. Jackie out with a blink. They get away from that torrent just in time. Boom. They'll miss. Oh, limit the casualties here. Just losing FPZ.
OG ready for it this time around. All playing around their jungle. BZM, I think he got spotted bottom, so he just used his boots to travel down there. Boom might look to make a move around the mid lane because of that. No, he can't make it back over.
Is under attack.
Yuragi very close to BKB.
In the mid.
Gonna get gone on.
See if Seb. We're Seb at the side. Jackie knows that he can't really continue to commit on Yuragi. A stage where tanking into the Kunkka is a little too much for the Riki to bite through on his own.
So he'll be able to finish up BKB. So Yuragi, he will be real strong. Taiga continuing to just scout out on top of Yopaj, who has this haste rune. They can't set up onto him. Yeah, it's still a quiet game for the most part. 5-5. Both teams content with just farming up that first item after their initiating items.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
BZM, shards done. Much more damage now for him. And every fight, it feels like Epicenter just keeps coming back up, so. Still very close game. 2K lead for Boom, just continuing to stay stagnant.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As time passes, Tim's certainly could be the difference maker. You know, to keep with the light, he's getting pretty farmed, a step ahead. Quite a bit of any other support in the game. As expected here, Tim's on one of his top heroes here. He's farming up a tree.
Just continue to shove the waves to the step, keeps having to react into it, but because of reacting, Riki in position. Oh, Jackie. Oh, stuck for a second there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And yeah, continue to see the reason why they went for that Riki. Versus the Wyvern, versus the Razor. He's able to keep finding these pickoffs.
That's like, what, 3-0-2 at the moment. He's on his way towards that BKB.
Oh, cool. He is going to go for it. I guess, I mean, versus the Sand and Nyx and all that, there's just an overwhelming amount of stun and control. Makes sense.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They want BZM again.
Playing it smart on the edge of the sandstorm. BZ still going to be able to catch him in the arena, but he's immediately BZM out the bird. Still look to chase. Drop down the smoke screen, holding Grace, keeping them protected, and now with the turnaround, they'll set up that Winter's Curse onto Jackie, but Jackie's still able to jump up to the high ground and get out of there. Yopaj, he's ready to fight. He commits him with the BKB. Looking to push back Tiger. Tiger goes down. Skep holds back the rest of the OG squad with the overgrowth. Push back from FBZ. We'll see if he can lock down any further member of OG, but it won't be the case. Two ultimates coming out there, but it's just Tiger going down at the end of it all.
Both teams very content to look for the fights, though. All 10 heroes show up lane immediately.
Yopaj got a DD. You got to run if you're OG. Somebody's about to die.
Lamar.
I think it might be him. There he is. Into the hole of the Mars and the damage. And the DDTA. Yopaj claims another. Roshan also at the ready.
Yep, they can use the chakra with the melds to stack it up too. Don't know if OG can contest because they actually don't have any ults either. From that last fight, they used everything.
We're just seeing so far the cause of Boom, Yopaj and Jackie in particular having a flawless game. This TA and Riki duo, they're starting to get out of control.
Yeah, and FPZ, even though he's not landing like the most dream initiations, he is starting the fights. He is causing OG to react to him.
To the rate of immortality.
And Yopaj massive. Very fast timing on that blink BKB Dragonlance.
Yeah.
OG definitely did not expect
Radiant's
that.
bottom tower
4K
is
lead,
under attack.
now starting to get themselves more footing. Looking for this mid tower.
Tiger, get the jump. Character off in time, it doesn't matter. Comes to an end. Yopaj takes him out with a swift meld strike.
FBZ, it's always eyes on this man with his Mars.
Yeah, they're crushing it. This is building up here against OG. OG, they've got to find this sort of team fight that they've got the potential for. A lot of combos to land. A fight Scam out on his own. Still need something bigger, really, to slow down this early game that Boom is just walking away with right now.
They do have the BKB now on the Razor, even giving him the Tome, trying to prioritize for Amar a little bit more here, and BKB on Kunkka, but they are playing into Treant, so that's also something they have to make sure they always know where Scam is.
Tiger. They get the catch in the mid. Cold Embrace will protect him. At least the physical of Yopaj. Yopaj is ready to come in with the BKB. Will get held back by the Winter's Curse. FBZ jumping forward, making sure they get the job done. But they still get that kill on Tiger. OG not quite able to save him. Maybe able to look to reinitiate. They'll jump forward on towards FBZ. In fact, Yopaj continues to just play aggressive here. He's got that Aegis. He has no fear whatsoever. Neither does Jackie. Jumps over, steps up onto the Sand King. They've got the spear to lock him down. Cold Embrace comes to an end. Boom, they pick up another. 11-6 here.
Really starting to get everything together here, just playing really good as a unit. These three together, and even Jackie just continued to play aggressive. He now has BKB. It's about to come out on the courier. Yeah, Tim's just keeps punishing them. So infinite mana, of course, as we see so much in these coddles.
Yeah, the coddles just complements these cores that want to go so much. TA, Riki and Mars that want to be spamming their spells, jumping in, staying out on the map, and in the faces of OG, Tim's got them sorted.
Yeah, the support, it's the supports are doing work, but it's like in a weird way, right? Because it's mostly the Mars and the TA who's doing like the flashy stuff, but Coddle's chakring them, Treant's armoring them, he's providing control too, so yeah, really good stuff from Boom right now. And Scam, he's about to have Blink Dagger, so we're talking a lot about how the BKBs for OG might be a timing that they'll be able to come back in. Scam's gonna have Blink.
They got him in time. No, they're not got anything. He's away. No patch. Hiding in the trees. As Boom will start to split up a little bit now.
Going for a Lotus onto FBZ. Really good Lotus game.
Correct. I mean, they just sort of slam that down on the Riki or the TA. They can commit in, and they don't have to worry about that static link.
Static links, stuns aplenty, Wyvern Curse, etc. So many.
Smoke screen down. Great silence into the arena, forcing them to have to use the BKBs. Tiger gets protected just in time by the Cold Embrace. They're in with the link of the curse. They've locked down Yopaj. So they can finish him off. The setup for BZM comes in. Torrent as well. They jump over this time. OG, they'll be able to get a good hit at the start of the fight. Buyback comes in from Tiger. Amar, fully focused. Jackie jumps in with another blink. Takes that second. They've got the control on FBZ. He'll try and push them back, but with the shield, the rebuke, but he still falls. OG, can they catch Yopaj here second time? He's already out. Will be able to retreat. So a bit of a punch back there from OG, taking the fight to Boom, into Boom's Aegis.
Great curse from Seb. He actually gets the setup, and then they get the follow-up from BZM afterwards. Scam TP's in versus these BKBs and just died before he gets a single spell off on the Treant Protector. So great spell usage from Seb and his positioning. Feels like one of the first ones that they actually are able to like punch back a little bit versus Boom now in this early game.
Definitely sort of signs of the team fight potential that OG's heroes can bring, and they're able to execute together.
The combos, right? That's the biggest thing, is if they can land all these combos. It was boat synergized into a Wyvern, into a Sand King. It was really well coordinated from OG.
Is under attack.
But they still didn't kill the big targets, right? We do still see Jackie. We do still see Yopaj continue to have these free games.
Yopaj is very close to having that death, so Seb, it's going to have to be even quicker with the Cold Embraces, because it's going to get to the point where with that Meld Strike, some of these heroes might be taken down in one.
Dart also picked up for the Riki.
That's a big one.
He's got a big one. That could just control somebody out of the fight entirely, or allow FBZ to get in positioning.
What is how many time you have for? 3 seconds?
3 seconds, yeah.
Knock you out for. Fantastic range on it as well. You have to be so careful with the positioning. Seb, he's really got his work cut out here. His saves and his turnarounds have been crucial. If Jackie's able to get in and put that to a stop with that sleep dart, and fights will be very hard for OG to bring them together as they want to.
OG looks like they're trying to fix a little bit of those vision problems that we've talked about, kind of for the majority of this game. Gem now thrown onto Yuragi. He's got Satanic done now too, so quietly continuing to keep up with that TA as this Kunkka. Nearly 300 last hits on the Kunkka too, Yuragi. He's farming up a Storm. And now they're going to look to fight with this timing. So 19 on Kunkka, Satanic, he's holding Gem.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
See what opening they can get.
Radiant's bottom tower
the
is under
sleep.
attack.
There's that dart. FBZ is ready.
That bit of time, just buying that opportunity for backup to come in. Make sure you get these secure kills.
And they smoke instantly. They know that OG's likely to be making a move when they made that move bottom, so they're going to go and smoke and meet their TA up top.
Yeah, Tims and Yopaj, they want to fight. Once the rest of the boys turn up, Boom's going to be ready to bring this to OG.
They know. So FBZ did show himself in the mid lane. So OG got to position themselves really carefully now. See all of them hiding inside the tree line. Skem, Blink coming on the courier. They can scout behind you. They now saw where Mirage.
Jackie's just heading in. Well, notice that they do see him. PX, but easy break of the combo.
OG does not want to lose this tower this early on still. Looking to fight around.
Yeah, Boom, as aggressive as they are, they don't want to go diving to tier 2. They very much respect the ultimates that OG have. And if they do all commit in around that sort of enclosed area, those ultimates could certainly set up a solid turnaround.
They have to play the fights just like where they like jump in, kill somebody immediately, and then poke and prod. Like you said, can't play inside of like a cluster area. It could be disastrous. Arcane Rune and a haste on the TA right now. Yopaj. Arcane's about to take out, but he's in the bottle. Keeping themselves, keeping the control. They're trying to make sure that their wards survive. Can't save that one though. I think Tim's bought his own gem now too. Yeah, Tim's has one on the Coddle too. He's been seeing more and more gem pickups earlier, especially when there's TAs, and I mean TA and a Riki in the game makes more sense. But both teams, I mean, they're still just hugging each other. All 5 playing together.
Roshan.
It's a dart.
Bounty. Still not wanting to quite commit into that. Tims has split from them for now.
It is scary. Now that with no vision, you can't find this. You can't find this wyvern. So Boom's looking to play a little bit more careful now. But still getting themselves, like the gold still continue to go up for them. They're getting a little more. No one's farming really on either side.
I think sort of relative to the position, it's still, you know, Tims that's having a great time.
He's chilling.
He's got, well, double the net worth of any other support. Of course, he's going to be flying items out. Lotus-Orb nearly done.
He's got the Philosopher's Stone for the last, like, 10 minutes almost, too. So, yeah, he's loving life.
Living that Cottle life.
He's going to pass Amar at some point in this game. It's really starting to feel like. Chow scouting the Roche. 50 seconds till that's up. Boom has a great idea of where OG is standing right now, because their tier 3 was just getting hit by creeps. So BZM, they'll walk in to just break the smoke.
Death comes in 3.
Yeah, BZ in position, as you say, you know, they're pretty much knowing exactly where OG is playing for the last minute.
Yeah, because no one's addressing mid. Look, these creeps are just continuing to hit tier 3. Like if no one's hitting on this, they're usually playing, yeah, on that side, since they already have their Booms on their own side, so they know there's only one place that OG will be. No, dispels now for Yopaj.
Yeah. Let's get caught out by that vision. They'll jump in. Yeah. He's going to get the charge and the ult off. They weren't able to commit on him. Completely scared. He steps out of the fight. He's going to live. The arena gets dropped down. BZM pops the BKB, tries to run into the epicenter, but now he himself has to back off. Then with the sleep dump onto Amar. Cold Embrace will protect him, but now he does still have his BKB. If he wants to get out of this one, he's going to pop the BKB, try and turn it about to Yopaj. The static link is building up the damage. Yopaj is getting away, but Jackie is in to back him off. There's the jump in onto Yopaj. They're trying to finish up this TA. They have the stun control. They'll take him down. But Amar goes down on the side of OG. Jackie also able to pick up BZM, jumps over the wall step. The smoke screen controlling him. And boom, they're cleaning the fight up. And OG, once they lost a fair few, you know, going to the first 3 heroes, the rest of them, they've got nothing else to present. Yuragi, for all the farm that he has on his own as a carry Kunkka, he just doesn't have anything to be able to trade back with Boom. As Boom take down 4, TA may be down, but they could look to try and take Roche. We'll see what they want to go for next. Either way, yeah, Boom very much showing there why OG has been so hesitant and careful at looking to find these fights. Boom, they're a nightmare to fight into right now if you don't find those big combos.
Skem didn't even die the whole time. He actually just walked out and survived somehow. And even though, you know, like you said, Yopaj, he gets linked up, he gets focused, Jackie has a completely free fight, untouched.
I mean, that's the problem, right? You either trying to shut down the potential of the TA or the Riki, shutting down both. As I say, unless you get them in that combo, one of these heroes is going to clean up the fight. Yep. This time it was Jackie. And
they lose their gem too, so big damage on the side of OG. Boom. Now in a super comfortable position, and we're really seeing how good this Riki pick has been for them.
I'd say it's been fantastic.
Yeah, perfect. Just the clouds as well too, just being annoying. Just able to constantly in and out of the fights. And now Roche, next thing on the menu. And this is going to be the shard as well, which is going to be even more of an irritation that OG has to deal with. On top of the Lotus on Tim's, who, as we said, very soon to pass Amar in farm. Yep, and there we go. The silence on the traps. Could be really obnoxious for the side of OG.
A full nullifier. Now for Jackie.
It's so hard for them to set up for the fights because they did go for these BKBs. Like, it's not your natural build on a Riki, but Jackie, because of this, is just free reign in the fights. They have to put all the attention on Yopaj, as you said. And now with Aegis, not sure how they take this next fight. They need to get the combo. It's the only time we've really seen from OG being able to fight back versus Boom is if they can actually land the combo of spells properly with the curse, tanking, etc. Boom just not giving them those opportunities. 18-9. Very disciplined game from Boom.
Amar. We're going to be up Amar with a spear. So Amar will have a chance. Hilos was off in time. The static link not doing anything at all. So them jump for it. They were able to get him with the sleep dart. They want to go to the high ground. They're going to jump for it. Cold Embrace is out. Protecting him for now, but as it comes to an end, they'll lose Amar. They'll turn with the curse on Jackie, but he's easily able to jump away. As Amar taken out.
He just really wanted to hold his BKB as long as possible, and yes, gets hit by the dart and dies because of it. So a little bit of a slip up there from Amar, just really not wanting to use it, but dies because of it.
Yeah, great dart. I mean, catching him only just as he was able to pass up to the high ground.
Yeah.
It was already on his way.
And there you go. Tim's has now surpassed Amar.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh,
BZM.
FBZ's ready to take this fight here. Asleep on BZM. Turn with the BKB, they get the boat crashing down on FBZ. FBZ's got his own BKB ready to go for the overgrowth. Holds BZM in position. The cold embrace again from Seth, trying to find some safety for BZM, but Jackie jumps in, takes him out. OG, they've got to get back to base. They've got no fight to be had here against Boom. As Boom now 18k ahead, 20-9.
Always finding these catches. It's like every single time BZM, he does get it. He gets at least one or two spear connections inside the fights and survives. I don't know how this one he ends up surviving from the heals from his team.
I mean, look at that there. Tim's versus Amar on the farm.
Yeah.
Tim's taking over, and with the way this game's going, I think he's going to stay on top. Yeah. He may even start challenging some of the other cores farm here. Jackie. Got the setup onto Amar.
Every time.
Nice time for FBZ. He's getting with the spear push back. Seb, again with a cold embrace. Slowing down. Potentially just be the inevitable case. Got the BKB back up. Amar, he'll be able to walk away, but over to the side, the support struggling. Seb, he's taken out. Tiger, he's trying to run. They've got another slow on him, but he's out with the invis. He'll live. Buyback comes out from Seb. Now, Boom, they've still got this Aegis to play with. Yopaj, he's got 2 more minutes to run around with that one.
Just feels really like, look, OG no damage. It's really starting to feel like that too. Uragi, I'm seeing him just like running around a little bit like, almost like headless in the fight. So he can't stick on a target.
It's hard. I mean, we're seeing, you know, he has to do it during like the BKBs. Once the sort of smoke screen's down, getting those Tidebringer hits, those angles off, it's just not happening. Outside of his spells, the ultimates, getting the chance to get a good few Tidebringer slaps in onto the whole team of Boom, it's just impossible to do.
And it gets him into a weird position when he goes in to go for these right clicks, because they're playing really good around the control. The Coddle and this Treant Protector in particular and FBZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really controlling everybody, it feels like.
It's just the way things scale, right? You're sort of this strength hero that's coming in, you know, he's in like, and then meanwhile you got like a TA and Riki, they're like, yeah, you can't match that. And that's the fact of it.
That's the fact of it. Yeah, he really can't stick on almost anything. Oh. an illusion bait. And then everything.
It was a practice team. It was a bit of rehearsal. You know, they're like, hey, we can practice on the illusion, then maybe we'll have a better shot when we find the real heroes.
That was Vendetta, Epi. It was a lot. Ghost Ship. Ooh. They baited it. I think they put the living armor on it, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Did,
so it was a really clever bait there from Boom.
Yeah, Scam getting into their heads.
19k gold lead onto high ground.
Let's see what they can do here. And Boom's push is pretty good. And it's very safe as well, as we mentioned before, the two supports, you know. Scam's got that HP in check, and Tim's, he's got the mana in check, so Boom, they can just stay outside of the base of OG. They don't need to go anywhere. They never need to back.
Hey, Coddle also provides a bit of the health too, you know, during that spirit form. He's healing too. So yeah, crazy amount of sustain. As I feel like every time I've looked at Boom's heroes, everyone's like full mana, full health. They're always just ready to fight. And continuing to get really strong scaling items, FBZ, as we mentioned. Lotus Star, BKB, soon AC, so he's going to be able to complement his two cores incredibly well with this build-up. Riki.
Good job. Lotus out, trying to force him to the side. Nice save it. Keeps Jackie out of the action. Ready to reset.
I think they got the Lotus before the Link, so he was getting the attack damage back. Tome of Knowledge. Looks like we're giving it to Yopaj. Almost 25 on him. Close to his Hex as well, so more forms of catch, as we can see that Boom is having no problem with damage. Just wanted a little bit more forms of disabling heroes. And OG's just, they're starting to get kind of trapped in their base. BZM trying to push out this wave. It's a risky move, though.
Ooh, might get clipped by the dust.
FBZ?
Oh, Burrow strike out of the arena. Should be safe, Ed.
Only just.
The hidden ones.
A couple of big items coming out for either side. Yopaj, she's got the full Hex.
This AC, though, is going to break stuff. These two, the TA and the Riki, are going to hit so hard with FBZ back in the mid. I don't know how they kill FBZ now. Yeah. Because he is just, you know, pretty much immortal.
I mean, at the least, they do have their own AC finished on,
they do.
On Uragi.
Dire's bottom tower is under
okay,
attack.
that actually does make it a little bit better, at least.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Actually, I think we'll slow down this push. Yopaj. And onto the tier 3 tower. Scam ready to get in position from the side. The fortification out from OG.
Radiant's top tower.
Have the full E-Blade on BZM, so another way to help protect, but of course with that nullifier in play, Jackie's still going to be a huge struggle for OG to hold back.
BZM looking to just go in.
They're going to try and start things on Yopaj. See if they can take down this TA, but they can't. Yopaj gets down to half HP and he's able to get the BKB off.
Great protection. They just loaded him. And that will be, that's Epi used, so it's 80 seconds now where they probably can't look for a fight. They are looking to push out waves, but a glyph is used. Boom. Trying to prevent BZM from even going for split push.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Forced the BKB.
I think he tried to jump in for a spear onto somebody and just didn't quite catch it.
I mean, they're holding and they want to try and get out with a smoke whilst so that BKB's down, and Roshan will potentially respawn in a few seconds. We'll see how short it's going to be. It's going to be a short one. 10 seconds until Rosh is up.
Top tower is under attack.
They're maybe hoping to catch Boom split up, but
BKB's still on cooldown for Yopaj.
Boom's all together, though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a tough fight for OG to look for, but they have to make these sort of desperate plays. They're down 20k. Got to take risks if they want to get a chance of getting back in on this game.
I think that was a beautiful read from Boom. I think they just completely knew exactly what OG was looking to do there. And then bottom, once the tower starts getting hit and dies, they know exactly the positioning of it all. Good read there from Boom.
I mean, Boom, they've got that bottom creep wave coming in again.
The BKBs are back up too. Yopaj is back. FBZs is back in 10 seconds.
Yeah, these buildings are going to fall fast. OG's going to have to get back soon. There's no fortification.
5 seconds for Epi. Axis dropping.
Look at this deep vision as well, but the ping's coming out. They know.
Yeah, they've got the gem still.
Uragi. Making sure that Boom don't quite get away with that cheeky of a vision setup.
Too hard for OG to ever get the wraparound on the back heroes, though. The Coddle and Tree just keep free casting.
That Hex. Yopatch having no struggle getting these solo pickups, of course.
He's on board.
25 online. Even harder to kill this TA now. They're all starting to get pretty close to 25. FBZ's 24. Jackie somehow is the one who's actually behind on the Riki. He's 22, even though he's been super active.
OG, they're coming in with the buyback from Tiger. They know they cannot let Boom get this Roshan. FBZ tries with a jump. It's going to get the arena down onto both from Mar and Uragi. Both comes on. Jackie gets left a little over with the tricks of the trade. He dodges the slam down from the bow.
Uragi also Xing himself because of that Lotus.
There's the jump, but the Lotus was out in time, so BZM ends up stunning himself. They drop the further look down onto the TA, but they're forced down inside. Yopatch, he's able to slide away from OG. COG still trying to commit in onto FBZ. Uragi, turnover was again with the overgrowth. He's got it ready. Jump off from Jackie onto Tiger. Both supports of OG taken out.
Oh, the spear.
Jackie will keep committing in with the tricks of the trade. BKB has been held onto here by Uragi, so he's now got it ready to go. Amar, he'll off for the BKB 2P out. OG, they're just trying to cut their losses and get out of there. As they'll get out with the 2 cores, but everybody else taken out as Boom pick up 3 more kills.
It's just a hard, this place right here for OG to fight. It's super difficult for them to position themselves. Seb has no way to get into the fight. He actually just dies. Jackie jumps him and kills him before he gets a single spell off.
Ready to go for number 10. And the high ground push. FBZ's ready to jump in deep. He gets the spear back to Uragi. Jump for it again. These Lotus Sword setups immediately coming out in reaction to ends up getting stunned up himself in the head to push back Tims with the full control here on the Sand King. As BZM dies, Tims has proven to be too much here for these cores trying to get a jump in. He's always ready to react. And even if he's not, FBZ also with his Lotus, it's so hard for OG to get away with these jumps.
It's insane how much Tims is actually providing in the fight. Just even these little knockbacks, right? Just putting them out of position, especially the Sand King, or putting them back into smoke screen over and over again. That was BZM's buyback. 90 seconds dead. Roche up. It's a refresher shard. 25 on Mars. As if they couldn't kill anybody already, he actually even takes the HP regen talent on the Mars too.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that.
So now
that arena's down.
There's no way they're gonna kill anybody. And he might even just have a refresher too. Yeah, so 2 Mars ults, 2 spears, 2 everything. Game looking quite impossible.
Yeah, Boom, they're closing this one up very, very securely. 29k lead. He's ready to go. Arena's out. Cold Embrace buys some safety here from Amar. Coming in onto the top. The static link with the physical coming out for the 2. He's got a BKB and run. Amar will keep the static link going a little more, but Yopatch ready to fall. Okay, he's able to dodge it. Manta will keep Amar alive, but it's 3 dead. They're on with the push. With only 2 heroes alive, nothing really that OG can do to slow down this siege from Boom. That's the bottom racks, it's gone. Mid racks as well will be taken.
No hesitation, right? The Sand King's dead. They have no way to make any plays. They just jump in and force that fight. I'm watching poor Taiga, like mana burning heroes, and then Tims just chakras them back to full mana instantly right afterwards. Nyx Assassin Taiga not having the game that I think he would have liked to this time around.
They'll have maybe one more fight in them. Very likely to be the last. They have the nullifier done on Uragi. See what sort of a difference that makes. The spear. They will catch him already on the backlash. BZM is hunting very deep to try and find Scam. Steps up the walk on BZ commits him with a BKB and the arena, locking down Amar. As Amar is going to need some help. Is there anything they can do to save him? BZM comes back over the 2-man boat. They have caught Uragi. Uragi's able to get the reflection back off. They take down Amar. As Yopatch, he's just jumping in on as low HP as he is. He knows they can't kill him. GG is called. Boom. This game won very well and securely theirs. They come in with this last Riki. It just fits the style that Boom want to play completely perfectly. Their lineup, their heroes complementing one another. It's a perfection, really. This draft felt fantastic.
Yeah, it felt, I mean, it really is the Riki last pick, but